Woo! Pistol Pete! They say Pistol Pete was going for 75 by the end of the second half. Hey, man, this is going to be my first time checking out Pistol Pete, man. We're going to be learning something about Pistol Pete today, y'all. My first time checking him out. And, hey, this is going to be an amazing video. Once again, from our NBA legends, man. And I want to send love to May Dosa for sending this request over for me to check out today, y'all. She has been truly a blessing. I love her so much. And this is NBA legends and players explain why Pistol Pete would destroy today's NBA. And y'all know we have another video from YG, Young Gala. So shout out to him for this amazing video he put together. And I love his channel so much. And the original link will be linked down below. But let's have some fun with this, y'all. I'm actually been wanting to learn about more players and learn about, you know, the earlier stages and the older eras and the 80s, the 90s, the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Just get into the more of that style of NBA. And you know, some of the best times in the NBA was around those times, you know what I'm saying? So I want to learn something new today. So let's have fun. And hey, if y'all have any requests, please send it to me. Reach out to me, email it to me, Instagram, Twitter, DM it to me. Let's have some fun, y'all. Or just simply leave a comment down below. Yeah. They say Pistol Pete was going for 100 points by the end of the third quarter.
Imagine Pistol Pete Maravich in today's NBA, a man that players and even legends say was several generations ahead of his time. The guy was shooting deep shots before they even introduced the three-point line. By the time they did, it was the last season of his career. He had dribble moves that players didn't even think of, and had unique passes that even the greatest point guard of all time,
So he was shooting the three before they started putting the three-point line they created the three-point line. Pistol Pete was shooting from the half court. Don't let me find out Pistol Pete was shooting from the logo. He was shooting from the logo, and the 3-point line wasn't even invented. Sheesh.
Johnson had to steal from. Just think about this. This guy scored 68 points without a single three. Imagine if he had a 3-point line while scoring that many points. This is just a crazy thing to do, especially for a guard. Pistol Pete was a pure scorer and an elite shooter and had a limited range that would make a nightmare for any defense in today's NBA. He was known for his ability to shoot from well beyond the 3-point line, and his quick release and accuracy will make him a lethal threat from anywhere on the court. In an era where the 3-point shot has become a staple of the game, Maravich's ability to shoot from distance will be a huge asset to any team. So I'm going to show you NBA legends and players talking about how good Pistol Pete was and why he will be dominant in today's NBA. After this video, let me know how many points you think a prime Pistol Pete will average in today's NBA. So enjoy the video, man.
Tremendous. He had all the tricks, basically. He could play in any era. He would dribble between his legs, behind his back, throw great passes, had great shooting range. And he was a great scorer. He had 68 points in one game, averaged 31 points one season when he led the NBA in scoring. So he could play in any era, the era before, during, or even today.
Man, you couldn't steal it from Pistol Pete. He come down there and make up shots in the air. The no-look passes, the dribble the ball, then pat it with one hand. That's where I saw that from Pistol Pete. That's where I got it
Pistol
from.
Pete was nasty.
Now Maravich brings it up behind the back.
Yeah.
A little showtime there.
Handles. And people always say, Jeff, please handle the ball like with the yo-yo. He could go this way with it, that way with it. He could put it this way. Next thing you know, the yo-yo goes out that way, but the yo-yo was the best. Okay? The basketball was like an invisible string on his hand. I mean, he could really handle the ball.
Pete was a tougher competitor in himself with his floppy socks and laissez-faire attitude, on the court, so to speak.
Yeah,
he was a guy that could do it all. I mean, offensively, we used to talk about it, a lot, even talk with him because we were friends. And the things that he did, he practiced them. Nothing that he did was so much spontaneous. It was because he had done these things over and over again in practice. And he got 68 on us, as when I was with the Knicks. And I used to tell Clyde,
68, Pistol Pete was hooping.
He only got 6 on me.
He shot a shot one time in practice. He came down on the break. He shot it, he let it go, he turned around and started running. And as the ball ripped the net, he said, he did the, he did this, and we all went like, Larry did that. Larry got that from him, and he would do stuff like that. I was like, going, man, how good is that guy? He shoots the ball, turns around, and he runs it. As he's ripping the net, he just does that. Then we play horse.
Jeez.
He had some shots where he jumped out of bounds. He had shots I never thought of ever shooting shots.
Outside the line, jump in with 2 feet. It's a trick shot now. Come in the line.
And I want to mention rest in peace, Pistol Pete, man. Rest in peace. Just pulled up some little information, man. Wow. Yeah. Rest in peace, Pistol Pete, y'all. Y'all know I got to show my love and respect. You know what I'm saying? I usually try to do that before all my videos, but I was just so excited to get into this video, man, and learn about Pistol Pete. But rest in peace, man.
There you go, brother. Got a lot of tricks. Jump it on in, spin it off the backboard.
I would not play him in horse.
Gotta be a bank.
Oh, he smoked it.
There's the
Smoked
whistle,
it.
and the first letter goes up on Hawkins.
You play Pete in horse, and it was an adventure because you go like, okay, I got no chance of beating him the first time.
Pistol can make that ball talk, I think. Pistol Pete is a natural nickname.
Having the kind of career he had in college and bringing that same game and style in the pros, really make people, or I would say the people that didn't really get a chance to see him, really miss something. We lost him too early, because I think his accomplishment to the game of basketball, man, and how he played it and how he loved it and how he can do things with that basketball that most couldn't.
And that's a hard name, Pistol Pete. I like that. Pistol Pete.
I've achieved a lot of great things in my entire lifetime in basketball, and I think I probably should feel fortunate that I was able to do what I did and have the relationships that I did and so forth in basketball and played before the people and had the fans I've had and so forth. I think that means a little bit more to me now that I've gotten a little older and so forth than even a world championship with me.
I met Pete when he was maybe a sophomore in high school. I met him at Dolph Shays' camp up in New York. And his father, Chris Maravich, was a guest speaker. He brought his son, he couldn't have been more than 13, 14 years old. But the skills that he had as a basketball player, even at that young age, were unbelievable. You knew that he was going to be a great player. He was an exhibitionist, the dribbling, the passing, throwing the ball, taking it off its head, shooting it into the bag. I mean, he had so many tricks, it was unbelievable.
I would like to be remembered as a person that played the game for one standpoint, to entertain the fans.
Man, that ball looks like a part of his hand. And I said, he must spend a lot of time dribbling and able to shoot the way he can shoot.
Pistol was like a guy, the game was boring to him, so he had to create things to keep him interested.
Pete just has so much razzle-dazzle in his game. He was just hard to guard.
The way he handled the basketball so flippantly and so sort of carelessly really offended a lot of basketball purists.
What Pistol would do, he would take the ball and set it behind his back, catch the ball, and shoot.
That was sweet. He was a true entertainer. And I think he looked at entertainment more.
I don't think y'all heard what he said. Let me make sure y'all heard what he said, because I think some of y'all then dozed off and ain't heard what he said.
What Pistol would do, he would take the ball and set it behind his back, catch the ball, and shoot.
That was sweet. He was a true entertainer. And I think he looked at entertainment more than basketball.
He used his basketball as a form of self-expression, and one of the real leaders in bringing basketball into this sort of area of artistry. It was like his form of art.
It was like the ball was an extension of him. He could shoot it from deep, he could take it in, he could wrap it around. I mean, he was doing stuff that you never saw.
You know, and you never see a white boy doing that on top of that. This is a white boy I'm talking about. This ain't a brother. He must have had some brother in him because he was a dazzler.
Pete was blessed with a great amount of ability, natural athletic ability. Pete could do a lot of amazing things with the basketball. He was really a showman. I mean, Pete would go out there, put on a show. I mean, that's what he wanted to do. That's how he looked at himself, as a showman.
Pete Maravich was so far ahead of his time. He was 10 plays ahead of everyone else.
He was a showman. Played the game with a tremendous flair.
I mean, you look at Jason Williams, and you think of Pistol Pete.
Looking at some of these little guys here, they probably never saw Pistol Pete play. I hope they look on YouTube. Tell them who Pistol Pete was.
Boy, you know, in college, Pistol and I fought for the scoring leader in the country. And all 3 years, I was second to Pistol. And I used to make excuses. The only reason Pistol scored more than me is because his dad coached him and so on and so forth. Until I got to play against him. And that was a lot of baloney. He was, goodness gracious. It's hard to describe somebody that was about 6'6", 6'7", handle the ball as well or better than myself. He just didn't shoot the basketball. He was a pure shooter. Yeah. He would pass the ball through the eye of a needle. I got a chance to play with him for the first time in the high school All-American game in Memphis. And it's tough. You're trying to play your game and you're watching him. Yep. You know, you're in the backcourt with him. We were starting guard for the All-American team. And I got to be great friends with him from that point on.
I can remember when Pete got traded from Atlanta, where he started his career, over to New Orleans when the team went down there in his expansion team. And they had never won a game. They were 0-14, and they were the worst team in the league. And Otto Moore was the center. They couldn't do anything, but Pete was just lighting them up. And the Portland Trailblazers, we go in there. We had a team, and it was not the championship team, but we had a good enough team. And we were pounding them early, way up at halftime. And Pete in the second half just takes over, and he goes absolutely wild. He's playing 1 against 5, and he's up and down the court shooting jumpers, hooks, full court behind the back passes through guys' legs. He's just everything. And at the very last play of the game, we're up 1, and Pete dribbles up. 4 of our guys go chase him because they know he's not going to pass it, and he's falling out of bounds, and he shoots it as he's tumbling over the row of fans in the corner.
Literally.
And I am standing underneath the basket waiting for the last rebound of the game. We're going to win the game, and they're not going to win a game ever, the New Orleans Jazz. And the ball swishes perfectly through the net. He's unbelievable. He reminds me a lot, if you can compare him to anybody, to Steve Nash today, although Pete was much bigger. Pete was 6'5", and much more athletic in terms of the jumping ability until he tore his knee up. I mean, that really changed everything for Pete. And amazing about Pete, 44 points per game, career for 3 straight years in an era with no three-point line. Dale Brown, who coached at LSU after
an era with no three-point line, y'all. No three-point line. And mind you, Pete was shooting them bitches. Pete was shooting them bitches. Them bitches.
Press and Pete were there. Dale Brown went back and charted all the games with the running score. You know, Maravich free throw, Maravich 22-foot jumper, Maravich layup. And he calculated that with the current college three-point rule at 19.9, Pete Maravich would have averaged 13 three-point makes per game, which would have given him a career average of 57 points per game under today's rules. That guy is unbelievable. We love him. We missed him terribly. What a great friend. What a great human.
I would like to put Pistol Pete at 2, because for me, he was the first, no offense, Brent, he was the first white guy with style and flair that I've seen. So
why would I take offense to that comment?
Because you're a white guy. Well, hold on. No, but Ernie's white. Ernie is not white. Ernie is not white. Ernie is light-skinned.
He's what?
Ernie is light-skinned. Ernie, what up, cuz? What up, boy?
What up, cuz?
My question to the panel is, was he the first white guy to have the flash and style and between the legs and behind the back? I mean, because my favorite move was the move he did to Jerry West.
Pete Maravich, he would take the basketball, right? And he would fake the pass. He would bounce it here, bounce it behind him, fake the pass, and you as a defender would jump, and he'd turn back around, catch the ball, and shoot it. That was a hell of a move. And I was like, okay, I got to try that.
No
So I tried it
exaggeration.
in the game, and Steve Coulter stole it.
I was labeled
That's it.
very young as a showman. To try to bring fans back, you have to do something other than just put the ball in the hoop.
Pistol Pete Maravich's unique abilities would translate seamlessly to the modern game. If Maravich was playing in the NBA today, he would undoubtedly be one of the best players in the league. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me, again, how many points do you think a prime Pistol Pete will average in today's NBA? So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and show us the YG Gang, and I'm out.
I'm gonna say 35. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. 35, 40. You know what I'm saying? Probably 50. Yeah, Pete going for 50. Yeah. Put him on the team with LeBron. We're going back to LA. We're going back to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? Throw it to Pete in the corner. Then let Pete run the ball up at guard. Yeah. Yeah. Then we kick it off to AD. He gonna dunk the ball. Yeah, man. Y'all know y'all know I love my LeBron and the Lakers, man. I'm trying to get them to go back, man. You know, trying to get them to go back, man. I was rocking with the Heat, first it was the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? Then I went back to my LA, man. And time's been tough, man. I had to hop off that Golden State wagon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But y'all let me know, man, how much y'all think Pete would have had. I think he would have had about at least 40 every game. Yeah, little Pete was shooting at the logo. Behind the legs, behind the back, fake the pass. Step. You thought I was passing it. Green, swish is going in. Rest in peace, Pistol Pete, man. I'm glad I got to take in that video with you beautiful people. I love you. Shout out to Maydosa. I love you so much for this amazing request. And hey, man, y'all have a blessed, beautiful day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.